Okay, by treating the horse leg, we can still place the return electrode on the back, because it's very easy to put it there and it's out of the way when you sit working and you're not in the way with the legs on the horse. But first, before we place it there, we have to water the coat on the fur, because to get good connection. So we wetten it, hopefully with some warm water. The horse accepts that a little bit better than the cold water. Just moisten it and wetten it enough, and after that we're gonna add some conductive cream to get the optimal connection. So we use this Skanlab cream or Skanlab VET cream because it's made for this machine and this kind of treatment, and so we get the optimal electric field through the horse to be able to get the treatment going on the leg. So I add enough cream. Massage it down a little bit in the coat, and after doing that we're gonna go down to the leg and prepare the leg as well before we attach the electrode. Okay, then attaching the return electrode, we use a rubber band and put it around the body of the horse in the moist, and then we have this knot which makes it easy to tighten the band to get optimal connection. And I put the knot where I'm expecting to have the return electrode, because that gives some extra pressure on the return electrode if it's underneath the knot. Just have to find the band here behind. This is almost like pulling the saddle. He was a little bit thicker than I thought, so we just have to move this. And that's the easy why we have so many holes. We can move this around a lot and use it wherever it's needed. Then we should be good. And I tighten it firm, but not like he's stopped breathing. And I can tighten it even a little bit more. And I do that after putting the return electrode underneath. Then I have put the electrode underneath the rubber band, and I also put the cable just underneath the band. Then it won't be moving around. If the horse moves around, it won't pull the electrode away or something like that. So that's a kind of security for having it underneath there and keep it staying there. Just be sure that you get it proper underneath the knot. Today we're going to look at myalgia problems on the low back on the horse, and that's a common problem for a lot of riding horses, especially because some people have the wrong saddle, some people have the narrow saddle, some people ride the horse in the wrong way, don't work to carry themselves, and that can gives the horse tension in the low back muscles. A lot of tension, and you get the myalgia problem. You feel it when you palpate it. You feel that they're really tight in the muscles, and by using Skanlab VET or Skanlab VM here, it's really beneficial for get the muscles to relax and get the circulation in muscle, get rid of the metabolites, and sometimes it can be enough just a few sessions if it's a minor problem. If it's a big problem and been standing for a long term, you should probably treat the horse every day for 5-6 days, and every second day, the second week, and in 9 to 10 sessions it probably will be loosened up totally. And together with that, you should be able to do some exercise with the horse on the ground, or even riding it in a certain way to kind of stretch the muscles, make them work the muscles without getting tense. Before treating low back muscles, we have to do both sides, of course. I demonstrated on one side. We wetten the coat and get it really nice wet. And after that, we have to put on some cream to get optimal contact with the electrostatic field from the Skanlab VET Skanlab VM. And you massage the cream a little bit into the fur to get a good connection on it. And then you have the standard settings on the machine. We use the Myalgia program here. And the Myalgia program is, of course, depending on how big the area is we're going to treat. But now I have a setting on 10 minutes and the intensity dosage of 9, which means a rather big area. Now I use the lower part of low back, and it could equally good be more in the front of the area. If it was a problem more to the withers, and then I would replace my rubber electrode. Then I will replace the rubber electrode and put it on in other way. I will probably put it on the opposite side, a little bit even more forward, just by the wither, and be able to treat more in the front. You can not so nicely put the rubber band on the hind because it doesn't feel so comfortable for horses to have it there. In worst case, if you have problem to place the rubber electrode, you can choose to use this solid return electrode and just hand hold it against the horse with some cream on the opposite side of the treated area, like this. But now we do it with this rubber band and the rubber electrode. But that's a choice you can make if it's difficult to place it, to be able to catch all the muscles in the area you need to treat. We have prepared everything, and then you just pinch the on button and we're ready to go. Nice circles, work the whole muscle area you're choosing, and we figure out the most tension is in the muscle and work it for the 10 minutes on either side. First we do one side and then we do 10 minutes on the other side. You don't need to replace the rubber the return electrode, you just can keep it on the same side whatsoever. And if it's by any means should be too warm, you check first with your finger while it's nice and warm, but it's not too warm. If it for a reason or another could be too warm, just pinch the minus and go one step down. Mostly I can keep the energy level on the same amount the whole treatment, because this is also a muscle on the most horses, rather big muscles, so it's much soft tissue that gets rid of the heat, that it won't be too warm during the treatment. And once you finish your treatment, the machine will stop you and say, yeah, now you're done. You hear a beep beep sound, and then we have to clean the area. Stop up. After treatment, you just take some water again, get rid of the overload of cream, and get the fur cleaner again, and dry it with a towel or paper to dry out the most of the water out of the fur as well. And here it should also be beneficial of using a blanket on the horse when you let him out afterwards, because then it won't cool down so quick, because especially if it's a bad weather, cool, raining and so on, put a blanket on the horse if you let him out after treatment.